Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we're going to do a video that was inspired by Jen from Jen Luvs Reviews. She did a video called 20 Makeup Products from 20 Brands in Under 20 Minutes. And I don't know how we're gonna come on the 20-minute part, so I might not even put that part in there. But let's challenge ourselves even more and not just come up with 20 products. My version of this is going to be 20 makeup categories with 20 high-end and 20 affordable products. So if you're counting total, that's 40 products. And the catch here is none of them can be a repeat brand. All of the brands that are sitting in front of me are brands that I love at least one of their products, and I'm going to show you the one I can't live without for that particular brand. The first thing I usually do when I'm getting ready after I've done all my skincare and stuff is to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow. For my affordable version of the eyeshadow primer, the one I reach for the most is NYX Pigment Primer. And as the title says, it hangs on to pigments really well. You can mix pigments with it and apply it. You can put it on your lid and just apply the pigments and they stick. I have found there are some glittery shadows that I can use with this. On the daily though, I almost always go for my high end, which is still, and I don't know, maybe always will be, MAC in Painterly. This is their paint pot. My more affordable version of a face primer, I can't help it. I am in love with COVERGIRL's Simply Ageless Anti-Aging Fine Foundation Primer. This comes out as like a moisturizer, but it does magic things to your face. It seems to minimize my pores. There's actually niacinamide in this. I've never had a day, no matter what foundation I'm using, that this primer didn't look beautiful underneath. But the primer I most often reach for is a luminous primer from BECCA. This would be the BECCA First Light Primer. It comes out purple. This one's got more of a glow to it. You look like you have a healthy glow to your skin. And oftentimes I will use this on the perimeters of my face, even if I'm using a different primer in the center. More than brushes, I'm a sponge girl. So my affordable version is Juno. This is new. I have just fallen in love with this. It might be sold out still. It has a slant right here. And right here, this is a littler one, a slope, and it comes to this point. This, when you get it wet, expands up to the size and the feel of a Miss A sponge. So if you enjoy that really bouncy big sponge, that's what the Juno sponge is like. I keep trying to tear it up because I'm supposed to be like, I'm a Juno babe, right? So I'm supposed to be, it is my job for them to actually give them really good feedback so they can improve their products. And I just knew when I opened this sponge, I thought, yeah, this is I'll tear that up the first time that I ever wash it. And I'm here to tell you, I've been using it for a while. You guys have been hearing me talk about it. And it's still not tore up. It's called the Cloud, and it's the best inexpensive sponge that I've ever used because I haven't tore this up yet. And the high-end sponge brand, what? It almost has to go to Beauty Blender, doesn't it? Is there a more expensive sponge than the Beauty Blender? My affordable version of foundation is actually a $6 foundation from Walmart. It's by Hard Candy and it's called Glamoflauge. The thing I don't like about this is the doe foot. You guys know I don't like doe foot applicators. Having said that though, I want to make clear that this foundation is good enough that I can overlook it. But it lasts all day long. It doesn't break up on me. Even though it says full coverage on it, I tend to think of this more as a medium coverage foundation. My high-end foundation that I would choose is the YSL Radiance Awakening. This is more sheer coverage. I think it makes my skin look so good. This foundation, the only drawback is if you don't get this set down really good and you're the kind of person that rubs your nose or your cheeks or whatever during the day, if you do this a lot, I think that it won't last on you more than 5 hours. But I don't have a job where I leave the house and sit somewhere with this foundation on, so that's never mattered to me. The powder that I set my face with is a loose translucent powder, and I will lightly go through my T-zone with it with one kind of a brush. I will take a different kind of brush and I will buff it later on in my makeup application. And my affordable version that I love so much and probably will always have it even though it stinks the high heavens is Coty Airspun. It comes with a powder puff that reminds me of when I was a little girl. My grandmother would powder me with her powder when I got out of the tub, and she would have, it would be a big one, right? But it was like this, a powder puff. She'd powder me all over with it. I thought I was so special. Everyone and their brother has seen this powder, I'm sure. It is so finely milled. If you've not given this a try, it's like $5 or something at the store. My high-end brand, though, really gave me fits, but I ultimately settled on Hourglass's Veil. It's got an H right here in the middle, and if you take this powder and you tip it and tap it once and open it up, you will have an H of powder right here that is almost most of the time perfect for doing your face. It's very finely milled, does not ever get cakey. I can use it all over my face, and if I'm very careful with what brush I use, I can use it under my eyes too. I don't like to come under my eyes as much with a powder, but I do have a few I trust to do it, and this one is one of them. Now, I don't contour as much as I used to, but I do occasionally do that. My affordable version of contour is by e.l.f. This is a fantastic little palette, and as you can see, it's pretty well loved. There's a pretty huge dent in here because this is the shade that I really love to contour with. At this price, you can afford to buy this and not use, say, this one if you don't want. This, I think, should probably be in every woman's collection if you contour. But the one I actually, in reality, reach for whenever I'm doing that, and it's almost always just my nose, is the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in Medium. Here it is. And as you can see, it meets the perfect requirements for a contour for me. This is cool tone, grayish brown. It's perfect. I love it. Most of the time, I'm bronzing now, especially with my hair this color, because I can get really pale. So I'm really relying on bronzer and blush to bring some color to my face. And the brand that I really like from the drugstore for bronzing would be this. And this only beat the Physicians Formula because it's powder, and I prefer powder. It's the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it, not a lot, just enough to make it seem realistic, like the sun may have bronzed and kissed my face. It's so good with my skin tone. And my high-end choice, it beats out everything. I have to smack my hand and say, put that down and use something else today, because you don't want all your other bronzers to just go to waste. But that one is by Bare Minerals. It's the Invisible Bronze. And I want to tell you, when I saw this, I swatched it and I saw nothing. So if you're in Sephora or Ulta and you swatch this and you do what I just did, you see nothing, don't pass this by. Because on your face with a brush, it's a different story. If you have fair skin like me, this one, fair to light, absolutely will show up, and in the most natural way. My brand of choice for blush in the affordable department would be, and I apologize that this is not in its case, but all of my Milani blushes have been depotted, even the baked ones. Can you guess what my high end is? I had to go with my Holy Grail one, and oh my gosh, I went over these products so many times and did not catch this until editing. So I'm throwing this one, which happens to be a high-end dupe for the one that I actually showed. And that would be the Charlotte Tilbury Chic to Cheek in First Love. It's a really subtle blush with luminosity to it, but this shade of blush goes with any lipstick that I wear. One of the last products I do to my face, and when I say that I mean my actual face, not my eyes and lips, is highlight. And the affordable brand highlight that I really love is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Oh Oh. This is gorgeous. Oh, it's so soft and it's so subtle. A lot of times us older women aren't wanting to get that bam gleam highlight going on your face, right? So I feel like this one here gives the most pretty subtle highlight that lets you highlight and not accentuate your wrinkles. The high-end brand choice for me for highlight would go to Dior. This one here is like the Physicians Formula. It's in a pink shade. And this creates just enough of a luminosity to your skin that people think, wow, she's glowing. She has healthy skin. But not so much highlight that people are like, wow, you got a little stripe of highlight going there. Now we're going to talk about compact powder. And I touch up with this. In fact, I could probably use a little touch up right now. So my affordable brand that I reach for the most often with compact powder is Flower Beauty's Light Illusion. This has buildable coverage, so if your foundation's breaking up on you, you could build this up. Same as with the high-end choice, actually. And it's got some blurring pigments in it. I do find that I like this. I don't care for the sponge applicator here, so when I go out with this powder, I replace it with a puff. My high-end choice then is the Lancome Dual Intensity. This can be used actually wet or dry for a foundation if you wanted. I use it to touch up where I get oily, and I use my La Mer powder puff to do it. The Lancome one, it wore out a long time ago. Because eyeshadow is mine and most of your favorites, I could not just narrow that down to one palette that's affordable, one palette that's not. I reach for these too much. I did 2 affordable brands that I reach for all the time and 2 high-end brands. And so the affordable brands is going to be COL-LAB. This one is called Best of the Day. It's one of my most favorite little palettes. Yeah, it looks a lot like the Modern Renaissance. The formula is great on this. I love the packaging. It's well protected in this package. I could throw this and travel really easily. My next most loved reach for brand that is affordable for eyeshadow goes to Sydney Grace. This is my Z palette of her singles. I also have several of her pigments, which are bomb, and several of her liquid eyeshadows, which you can't hardly beat Sydney Grace. Now I know you're really curious to know which 2 brands in the high-end department I reach for the most when it comes to eyeshadow. And that would be ABH and Lorac. Both of these are shadows that many people don't care for because they feel like they have a lot of fallout. You do have to know how to use these or you will run through them. You will get fallout all over your face. They're both so finely milled, so finely milled, so pigmented. All you have to do is take your brush and just barely tap into one of these shadows. The 2 brands that I reach for all the time for my brows then in the affordable department is Wet n Wild Retractable Eye Pencil. This is one of the ones that's kind of flat and triangular. It's on an angle when you use it, but this, it goes on so good. The formulation is so wonderful, but I love the shade. It's more of a cool ashy brown. They do have other shades, but I like that. I don't care so much for the spoolie, but I have spoolies, so not concerned about that. My high-end brow situation goes to, probably always will, Benefit, the 24-hour brow setter gel, and I must have it. I must start every brow application with this. No matter what else I use on my brows, this is going on first. It sets up in your eyebrows like concrete. They're not moving. They're not going anywhere. I feel like I can get a more lifted look to my eye by bringing my eyebrows up, my hairs up, and making them stay that way. And the gel itself keeps me from getting too much eyebrow pencil into my brows. The next thing I do is eyeliner, and these 2 brands are tops. I know you guys are probably going to guess what my high-end is, but you might not know what my affordable brand is. I don't use eyeliner under my eyes or on top of my lids that much. What I tend to do is come through and hit my waterline and my tight line. These days, many times, what I like to do is put black or brown in the tight line, but I'll want to use nude or a color in the waterline. Now this is a problem if you are using an eyeliner that transfers. Both of my choices don't transfer. The affordable brand that I'm going to show you is from Sigma. It's a newly discovered thing, but I've been on the hunt because of the high-end one I love. I've been on the hunt for an eyeliner that will stay put all day, is creamy, and won't budge. And when I say this won't budge, I'm saying sometimes I have problems getting it out at night. And that would be the Sigma Long Wear Eyeliner Pencil. This is one is in black. I want to pick this up in more colors. So as you can see, this is very black. It sets down and does not move. It's inexpensive. My high-end choice, if you've been around this channel very long, is no secret. It's the Milk Makeup Eyeliner. My love for this pencil is ridiculous, and it's expensive. Okay, I have expensive taste. My problem is the amount of product that's in here. Milk, why? Please. Can you just put more in there? This one is nude. On one end, you have the pencil itself. I have tried so many other brands looking for this shade. This kind of blends in and looks natural. It feasibly could be just a little better than your actual waterline. On the other end is a sharpener and a smudger that lets you smudge it. I wish I didn't love it. I'm warning you, if you go to try this eyeliner, it's going to be your dream. But there's only 0.01 ounces in here. You will run out of this in a month, and it's $22. Mascara. Now you know that was a hard one for me. And my affordable brand I talk about all the time. It's one of the best mascaras out there. It doesn't matter. It can take on, actually it can probably take on all the high ends. And that would be Essence Lash Princess. I particularly like this in the green tube. I like its wand. I like this formula. The purple one is very good as well. Many people prefer it to the green one. Either one, I don't think you can lose with. And my high-end choice, it's so hard, guys, because I love so many mascaras, but I'm going to give it to theBalm's Mad Lash.
Or Lancome. Or Benefit.
Stop cheating! This is a curved wand, but it's a big enough curve I think I don't have a problem with it hitting my eyeball. Give it a try if you have it. The affordable lipstick brand that I reach for the most is Maybelline, and not necessarily these ones in these pink caps. I mean, I've got them in purple caps, blue caps, and these I think I've got so many of these ones in the frosted purple caps. But I think Maybelline makes one of my favorite drugstore lipsticks. This one here, I definitely will be getting some use out of because we are in the summer season and I love pink when it comes to spring and summer. High-end lipstick. Nars Audacious, and this one is in Anna, of which I have two. I love how I don't have to worry about its cap coming off in my purse. My other Anna is in the purse, particularly that shade. It just goes with so much stuff, and I'll show it to you. This is Anna. Perfect. I love this formula. It hangs around for a little bit. It doesn't get on my teeth as much as other brands do. Glosses. It gets really hard when you get this many products and you can't repeat a brand, right? But I reach for this all the time. If I hadn't shook it up, you'd see how much I reach for it. I need to pick up another one just in case something happens with this one, but it's the Rimmel Stay Glossy 3D in Popcorn for $2. Let's put it on. This is so great. You see, it kind of comes off with a blue, sparkly... Rimmel lip glosses are not sticky. They're not so glossy they go all over the place. And this one in particular has these blue little sparkles in it that help to whiten the smile. I do tend to like lip glosses that have plumpers in them. This one doesn't, but it's just gorgeous, very inexpensive. And even if it's just their clear gloss, I think Rimmel slams it out of the park. My high-end choice, I know you guys know this one. You're going, boring. We already know that she's going to say buxom. This one is in Mary So it has a shade to it. It goes over multiple colors of lipstick and still looks nice. I love the Buxom formula because I'm addicted to that minty tingle on my lips. And for me, it's just so very slight. The last thing that I do is set my makeup. And I don't want to pull this one out. This is the one I actually grab for on the daily that I hate myself for. It's this one. Don't read what it says on the can. No, I can't help it. I love the continuous spray of this thing. And it's the only thing that I will buy from them. And I hate myself every time I do. This has the most fine mist of anything. Nothing is this fine. Except maybe the next thing I'm going to show you. Now, I am aware that Huda Beauty just brought out Boss Face or something, which is supposed to be a setting spray that will do the same thing. That one is more expensive than this, and I think its very first product is alcohol. So as much as it pains me to say it, I really do. This is the one I reach for affordability. But more and more, I've been leaning toward my high-end choice, and that would be Glow Recipes Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. This does give just a little bit of luminosity to the skin. It is a fine mist. There's actually watermelon juice in here. You shake it up, give it a shake, and then you got to use it because it will separate again. And the mist on this is super fine. It does smell like watermelon, of course, because there's watermelon in here. It's about double the price of the Morphe spray. But this one is, at the moment, my favorite high-end setting spray. I hope you guys know that you're the best part of the Fritzy family. And if you're not being blessed today, try going out and being a blessing to somebody else. Yes, go out and be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya. Bye. And I'm out.
Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome. Hi guys, welcome back. I keep sitting on my foot. Hang on, I'm sitting on Homer Simpson. I know you really want to know about that, don't you? Okay. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, it's a slipper. See? Oh, it's really time's getting away from you. So we got a more expensive and a less. What? This is like wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. Hi-ya! So are you ready? What is this? Are you ready? Hang on, I need to get my basket. Like Yogi. Picnic basket? I need a picnic basket. Is that how he says that? I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to fly my elbows in your face. Do this is shaking. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your primer. Shake your primer. Whoops, that's called squeezing, not shaking. So, Mary had a squeeze primer she had in her hands, and all night long, she liked it all night long. Hard candy Glamoflauge. It's like camo for your face. Flower, beauty, light, illusion, perfecting power. Flower power. I'm filming. Not I'm filming. I'm filming. Hey guys, I'm filming. The Sigma long. My eyeliner went flying. It's not as easy as it looks. So, I bet you can't do it. Go do it. Go do it and tag me. I want to see you do it. Na 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 na.